Hail you, my fellow Satanists, on this year's Hexennacht. We once again gather not only in memoriam for those lost throughout history to superstitious nonsense, but also to honor our shared satanic community for embracing truth, science, and reason in the face of irrational fear and misguided beliefs. Each Hexennacht, we remember those burned for the suspected crime of witchcraft. Let us not also forget other instances where human life has been placed as a secondary concern to that of the divine, leading to countless horrors throughout history, many known, yet even more still whose suffering goes unacknowledged. Those children denied basic medical care by parents ignorantly relying on the healing power of the divine. Those youth who have been banished from their homes by their families or taken their own lives due to persecution by their communities out of religious hatred for their gender identity or sexual preferences. Those who are forced into marriages, often at a young age, due to religious custom and tradition prevailing over personal sovereignty and choice. Those who have needlessly suffered by those societies who saw their ailments as punishment from their God, or shunned them and left them to die alone due to scientific ignorance, as happened to many during the early years of the AIDS epidemic. As Satanists, we understand that superstition is rooted in the most basic human emotion of fear, even when such fear is irrational or causes harm to ourselves and others. Such fear does not escape even the most sensible of Satanists, who are yet still fallible humans who often yield to our baser emotions. Too often, we are willing to judge others on gossip that is easier to embrace than to seek out the truth. Too often, we shun those who are different for fear of alienation within our social circles. Too often, we accept the collective punishment of cancel culture rather than allowing our fallible human companions to apologize and atone for their mistakes, which may have happened years or decades prior. Too often, we accept false narratives that align with our own belief profile, ignorant of potential truths or intentional distortion and manipulation. Too often, we choose what is easy over what is right, to the detriment of what is fair and just. Too often, we disproportionately respond to ills, real or perceived, causing more harm to all. To be a true Satanist, one must take the lessons of the great horrors of human history that have been caused by superstition and realize that such behaviors cause as much harm on the small scale of our daily lives as they do in the larger environment of the burning of suspected witches and other events on a historical scale. The pilgrimage of self-improvement is a never-ending journey, one which we must embrace to live our true satanic identity. As with the New Year's spring, we are reborn once again as Satanists only through recognizing the necessity to embrace only the truth about ourselves and others. Go forth now, knowing that even the smallest change to our treatment of ourselves and others will help to make this realm a better one. Now, as always, hail Satan.